Okay, great. Just chill, be yourself. You don't have to, take it really seriously.
Okay.
So, like I said to you before, it's like a social event, not classes.
Just for
and
fun.
the whole point of like the recording is like after this class. I mean, I'm gonna sit high with these guys and explain live by live for them. In order for them to understand all the things that we are discussing and talking about. Okay, so today's topic is about work, right? So maybe because right now we are teaching, and maybe you can share with us some of your last jobs, some of your previous jobs before. What did you do in New Jersey? Maybe part-time job, full-time job, or whatever kind of jobs you did take before, and maybe like some of the things that you enjoy, some of the things you don't like, and maybe you can like share some kind of experiences that you have learned from those jobs. So like so it is like the topic that we discussed last time, just from from the first time you took your first job to now, you like it, what you don't like about it, and something like that. Okay.
So the first job that I had ever was babysitting. I was a babysitter for a girl who was, I think she was 6 months old or 7 months old, so she was like a baby. And I was, I think I was 13 years old at the time, and the person who I was babysitting for was my math teacher in high school. So I babysat for them for about a year and a half, and pretty much what I would do when I babysat was I would like watch movies with the girl. Her name was Siri, the girl's name. Siri, yeah, like the the Apple iPhone thing. So we would watch movies. I would have to feed her and change her diaper, and I was only 13, so that was kind of.
I'm sorry for interrupting.
Yeah, no problem.
Like when it comes to like some kind of difficult words, can you describe to them? I mean, like from time to time, like you think that it would be really hard for them to understand, like babysitting. Maybe these guys don't understand what it is. So like just from time to time, I mean, like understanding, right? Yeah.
So like, do you want me to explain what babysitting is?
Yeah, kind of that. So like when it comes across a difficult word, just explain.
So babysitting is pretty much where you just watch children, and it's typically like a teenager's job. So I had my first job when I was 13 years old, and so like I was saying, all I did was change her diaper. I would watch movies with her, and I would read books to her, and I would sometimes we'd go to the park, but she was so young, so I couldn't really do much with her. And I babysat for that family for about a year and a half. They were really, really sweet. They always were like very kind to me, so it was like a really good first job to have. And then after I finished working with them, I worked with another family.
What do you like about that job? I mean, like, because that would be kind of annoying sometimes.
Yeah. So I think, like, at the time I was only 13, so I was like still quite young. So I like loved it. I loved spending time with the child, and I loved the fact that I was getting paid. Like, that was the first job I ever got paid.
How much is it?
I got paid 100,000 BND an hour.
So like $5.
$5 an hour, yeah. And
quite a lot, right?
yeah, that's quite a lot, and that was a lot, especially because I was only 13.
Yeah.
So I liked that, and also like the only thing that I didn't like about the job was that the baby would just cry and cry and cry all the time. I know, it was so like sometimes it was just really exhausting.
Like how did you can calm them down?
Like sometimes I would hold her and like try and put her to sleep, but I mean I was only 13, I was still a child, so I didn't really know what to do. And it was even more embarrassing, like, this is so embarrassing, when they would, like, the parents would come home and the baby would be crying. So then, like, they would think that she was crying the whole time, so that was really embarrassing. But that didn't happen too often. So, like, she could have started crying, like, 5 minutes before they walked in. Then they think that she's crying the whole time. So that was embarrassing. I didn't like that. But other than that, like, I really liked the job. I really liked working with Siri. She was really sweet. I mean, she was only 6 months old, so she didn't even talk to me, but...
So like, apart from the crying part, what is the hardest part of, becoming a babysitter?
I think the hardest part of like babysitting at such a young age, because she was only 6 months, I think is trying to find things to do with her, because she can crawl, but she can't walk. So like she can't really do anything, and when I speak to her, she doesn't understand me. So like trying to keep her entertained was really difficult. Like she can only watch a movie for so long because she doesn't understand it, or like she can only like listen to me read her book for so long because she can't understand it.
Yeah.
Or like.
So what did you do with her?
So I just had to be really creative. Like I had to like, whenever she started crying, I would like try and put on funny faces for her to like, I don't know, maybe make her laugh, or I don't know. I just had to constantly keep her entertained, and that was hard.
Yeah.
That was hard on me. Yeah.
I mean, you gotta be really creative, you know,
yeah,
to come
really
up with
creative.
some kind of activities.
Really
to
creative.
Keep them entertaining.
Because like babies require a lot of attention, and like, oh, it's so tough. Yeah, they cry a lot too.
Just crying all the time.
Yeah. Because like if they're not entertained at that moment, they will start crying.
It is all that.
I know.
They are doing, right?
That's all they know how to do is cry. So like I would I feed her and I change her diaper, and then I would play.
What is it?
Diaper is like nappies. I don't know.
Nappy.
Nappy, yeah, nappies. In America we call them diapers, but yeah, that was like really gross. I really didn't like that part. It was so disgusting. Yeah, it was really disgusting.
And you was just like 15.
I was only 13. I know. I really like hated that part.
Oh yeah.
I was only 13. And I was changing nappies, so that was disgusting. Absolutely disgusting.
That one is hard for me.
Yeah. Yeah, like the first time I did it, I was like super disgusted and I hated it, but like I just got used to it after a while. Cause, I mean, you gotta do it. Like the baby like has to be changed. So.
So like you started taking your first job when you was just 13.
13, yeah.
13, making money.
Yeah.
It is super strange here, you know, because here people start making money when they graduate from uni. Usually.
Wow.
I don't want to speak for the whole nation, but usually it is right.
Right? So how old? Like 20 years old or?
22.
22. Wow.
22.
Wow.
I can get it. And like the another day, Shakir and I was talking about how the educational system works here in Vietnam, and it's so fucked up because like the students after graduation they will like start making money, and it's fucking strange for him. And I think it is fucking weird for a lot of like foreigners.
It is, yeah.
They don't understand, right? Like
we do.
Because like you guys start making money when you was like 13, right?
13, yeah. Like, and that was like in the U.S. Like when you turn 16, like you get like a legit job. Like you work at like a restaurant or you work at a store. So like when you turn 16, like you start bringing in income to your family. So it's like you're quite young in the U.S. So yeah.
Like a 16, like you bring income to your family.
Yeah, so like because when you're 16 years old, one, you can drive a car, so you can have your own transportation. Two, when you're 16, you can also drop out of school. So like you can legally like not go to school anymore, because until you turn 16, you have to be in school, or else the government will like come and get your family or something. But like when you turn 16, you can get like a job and like make it work legally and make like enough money to support yourself. Like by yourself.
Kind of part-time job or full-time
like
job?
You get a full-time job at 16.
As a waitress, for example.
Yeah, you can be a waitress. You can be like a store clerk. You can be store clerk, like
store clerk.
You can work in as a chef. You can like pretty much do anything.
Chef.
Yeah, like,
it depends on your skill.
Yeah, and your skill, but like pretty much anything that doesn't require a degree, you can do. Like you can work in construction. You can work in as a mechanic. Yeah. So pretty much anything you can do at 16.
Nice. Like when you turn 16, you can go out and work legally as like waiter waitress. Nice.
I know, and I think like that's New Jersey, and I'm pretty sure in some southern states it's like even younger. It might be even 15. So it depends on each state as well.
Great. I hope that the system here will be changed. One day, like the people will start making money when they are younger, not like after graduation.
Yeah, because like when you're 16, like you are mature enough to have a job for sure. I think.
And you can be more independent on your life and on your own decisions.
Yeah,
because one of the main reasons why there are a lot of unemployed here in Vietnam is because they are not independent. So so you started making money
13,
when you was 13. And
then after so I worked with that family for a year and a half, and then when I turned...
Why did you call it quit?
I didn't call it quit, they just moved to a different place, so I couldn't babysit for them anymore. But I started babysitting for another family, and they had 2 girls, and one of the girls was 4 and one of the girls was 6 years old. So this was completely different than what I had known when working with Siri, who was only 6 months old.
Was it harder?
I would say like they were both equally difficult. Like they were both difficult jobs. Yeah, because working with the 3-year-old and the 4-year-old and the 6-year-old, like they also are quiet. They have a lot of energy. Like they always want to do something. They want to go swimming. They want to go biking. Like they want to paint. They want to watch movies. And it's like they like had so much energy. Whereas with the baby, like she would sleep sometimes, so I could kind of relax. But with the 4-year-old and the 6-year-old, it was like go 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 go. Like no break. So like that was really tough. I didn't last that long for that job. I only did it for like a year because it was just so exhausting.
So like what exactly did you do with them?
So
with them, swimming with them?
I would do like everything with them. I would go swimming with them. Like if they went swimming, I went swimming. If they wanted to paint, I had to paint. If they wanted to go biking, I had to go biking. If they wanted to like, I don't know, if they wanted to exercise, I had to exercise. If they wanted, like, it's just everything I did with them because like I was responsible for them. And like they had a lot of energy. Like they wanted to always like write songs and like pretend to be in a band. Yeah, like because they had a piano, so they used to like to write songs.
They know to play.
Yeah, they know how to play. So they just a lot of energy. They had a lot of energy.
So like, what is the hardest part of doing that job? Like,
I think doing that, like the hardest part is like I constantly have to act like I'm excited. So I'm like, if they're like, oh, we want to go biking, I'm like, sure, yeah, let's go biking. Like, let's do biking right now. So I have to like constantly be like faking it for them because I'm like trying to be their friend. So it's really exhausting. It's so hard. And doing that for like 3 hours or 4 hours, like by the time I finished, I was so tired. I just wanted to like go to sleep. Like it's really exhausting. And like don't get me wrong, they were like super sweet and everything, but I was only 15 and I was also in like high school, so I was tired from high school, and it was just a lot on me. Yeah, it was a lot.
So like, how many hours per day did you have to work?
So I usually only worked on the weekends, and I would work like
on the weekend. On the weekend.
Yeah, so I would only work on like Fridays and Saturdays and Sundays. And typically I'd work like 3 to 4 hours each day.
3 or 4 hours each
but like it depended on
not that much, right?
Yeah, not that much. It like depended on the parents' schedule. So it wasn't like consistent like 3 hours each week, but like typically it was like on average 3 to 4 hours each day on the weekends. Yeah.
Like, is it like better pay or?
Yeah, they paid me. They paid me 200,000 BND per hour. So so.
For your age, I mean.
Yeah, for my age, yeah. I think it was because there was 2 girls rather than 1 girl. If there was only 1 girl, I'd probably only get 100,000. But yeah, it was really good pay. So I did it for a while, but after a while, it's just like, I just got worn out. Like I just couldn't keep doing that. Like it was, I was just too busy with school for one thing, and it was just really exhausting. So I
like,
stopped.
how long did you go for that job?
Like a year, I would say.
A year?
Yeah, I did it like for a while.
A year. Okay, so like it really like depends on the parents' schedule.
Yeah, so like some weekends I would work like 6 hours, some weekends I would only work 1 hour, some weekends I wouldn't even work, so it was just like whenever they called me I would go.
But I think like you like it to some extent.
Yeah, I did like it. I mean, I didn't hate it, it was just really exhausting. And when I first started I loved it. I was like, oh, these girls are so fun, like we're gonna have such a great time. But then slowly it's just like, tired. I'm just tired all the time. And I couldn't keep doing it, so I had to stop, yeah.
But I think like, babysitting is kind of like a fun job, you know?
Yeah, for sure, especially as a teenager. Like, when you're young and you have the energy, for sure.
Just have to play with the kids and you can earn some money.
Yeah.
Why not?
For sure, yeah.
So like, what is the, funniest part that you really like?
Like the most fun I've had?
The most fun. Yeah, the most fun.
Like a specific time?
Yeah.
So one time with the girls that I was working with, the girl who was 4 and 6, the girls who were 4 and 6, we went on a picnic, and a picnic is pretty much where you just like pack up your lunch and you pack up some games and you go and you sit outside and you like eat and play games and stuff. So we like planned this whole picnic and this whole like activity-filled day, and we went and we sat by the lake, and it was really fun. It was really sweet. Yeah.
So like, what do you guys do? Like barbecue? Have some barbecue or something?
No, we just like when I got there, we made like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
What is
peanut butter and jelly sandwiches are just like bread and then peanut butter and then jelly, and then you put it together.
Okay.
So it's like that's like a typical American like snack. Yeah, a typical American lunch for younger kids. So we made peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and we like made juices, and we like cut up fruit, and we put it all in a basket, and then we like walked down their street to the lake, and we like sat on a blanket, and like we ate and we played music and we played games, and it was really fun.
Like those kids play kind of like the piano or something over there?
Like over there we just play like cards and stuff. So that was what we did, but it was really fun. Because like we had music and it was just like we were just having a really good time. It was a really nice day as well, so it was really sunny and not too hot.
So like their house was really close to the lake.
Yeah.
That's why you guys decided to go
Yeah,
there.
and it wasn't West Lake. It was just like this small pond area type thing. So it was
Like
really
a
nice.
pond, right?
Yeah, it's
Like
like
a
a
pond.
private area, so it was really nice.
Great, great. And then, well, what did you do after that? Like after that,
Yeah,
one year
so-
tiring.
I know. So after that job,
But like, why did you quit that job? Like,
Oh, I
they
just-
moved.
no, they were still here. I just like I couldn't do it. I was just too tired, and like I got too busy with school, and like I couldn't keep doing it. It was like taking a toll on my mental health, so I just stopped. And then yeah, after that, that was the last job I had in high school. And then when I graduated high school, this is like when I started staying here by myself. So I got a job as a waitress.
I thought that like, you stayed here with your parents at first.
Yeah, so I was here with my parents, and then
But you moved out.
yeah, and then I moved out.
You didn't like stay with them.
No, because they went home, and then I moved to an apartment by myself, and then I eventually moved in with like my roommates that I have now.
Ah. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
so like when they first left, my first job I got was as a waitress. So I worked at a restaurant called Tuk Tuk Cuisine. It's like
Tuk Tuk?
cuisine. It's like a Thai restaurant in Won Kyum.
Ah, yeah, you told me once.
Yeah, so I worked there, but I only got paid 15,000 VND an hour.
15,000.
Yeah, which is like 65 cents, which is just not enough. Like I couldn't afford to pay my rent.
It's nonsense.
Yeah, and it was like I worked so hard and I was on my feet all day, and I just like I was just not getting paid enough. So
Like standing up all day.
standing up all day.
Could not.
Like I had like a 20-minute break for lunch, but that was it. So I was just
How
always
many-
on my feet. Yeah,
How many hours did you do there?
I did. My schedule was either 10 to 7, so or it was 12 to 9, I think.
12 to 9.
Yeah.
Uh-huh,
So I usually
So like 8 hours.
yeah, like 8 hours about.
Uh,
And it just like was not enough pay for all the time that I spent there. Also, like I had to pay for taxi to get there, so it was just like it was just not enough.
but
So
like, why did you want to work in that restaurant, or like you didn't have any option on the table?
I think I just wanted to do it for the experience, and I thought that like I was like, oh, 15,000 an hour, like actually isn't that bad. Like that'll be fine, and it just wasn't. Like completely wrong. I was so wrong.
Vietnamese salary.
I was like, yeah, if everyone else is like living off of 15,000 an hour, I can live off of 15,000 an hour. It's completely wrong, like not even close. No, I was like broke. I had no money ever, and I was tired all the time. So that was a bad, like, poor move on my part. But like other than that, it like the management there was really kind and really sweet, but it just like wasn't enough pay. Yeah.
So like they needed, but you could not speak Vietnamese then. How
Yeah,
can-
because they were recruiting English waitresses at the time. Like they really wanted an English waitress.
So like you help them out with some like foreign.
Yeah, because they like
customers.
mostly had foreign customers there. It was really popular with like expats. Yeah.
How could you like communicate with like these another guys in the restaurant?
Oh, like the
because
staff?
for example, yeah, like for example, like me, I were a foreigner, and then I go to your restaurant and then I order something. You could understand that, right? But
With
these
the
guys,
chef,
how
right.
you can like deliver that to
So
those
like
guys?
usually I would like there was another waitress who spoke Vietnamese and English, so I would get the like order and then I would tell her and then she would tell the chefs. So
But like, why didn't that girl do your job?
I don't know. Like I don't know. They just
Yeah?
I saw.
Or like they just want to hire a foreigner to to make the restaurant.
Yeah, that's
look
what
good.
that's what I think. I think it was just like they wanted to say that they had like an English speaking waitress or something, so or a foreign waitress, but I don't know. It was kind of strange. I thought it was strange.
There
as
were
well.
any like foreigners working with you at that time?
Yeah, there was one
Just
other
only-
foreign girl working there, but I think she also quit because it wasn't enough.
Like she was also learning here, I guess. She like that foreign girl was also learning. here,
Yeah,
I guess.
and also she only worked part time, where I worked full time. I worked full time, so like she also had like a job in an English center. So like she like was just doing this as a side thing, whereas I was doing this for like my income, and it was not enough.
But it is not really well-paid job then. Why did she choose that?
I don't, because she was also young like me, so I think she just also wanted the experience. Yeah.
Like to get some experience
Yeah.
from that job.
And also, I think she said that because she was from the UK, so she worked in a restaurant in the UK, and she said that she liked working there, so she wanted to try and like replicate that here. So yeah.
Like was it really a retiring job?
What do you mean?
I mean, really a tiring job.
Yeah,
was
it was
really
really exhausting. It's just like you're on your feet for like 8 hours. So
but you
it's
like
really
it?
tiring.
No.
I mean, I didn't mind it. Like I liked meeting like the new people at the restaurant and stuff, and I liked actually being a waitress, but I would have to do it for more pay. Like.
So what is the most funniest thing that you did over there? I mean, there must be something that you enjoy.